Good morning, folks. Randy Johnson, Incident Commander, Pacific Northwest Team 3. So, give you an update from yesterday's activities and what we're looking at for today. A good day yesterday, transition day, as I mentioned when we were talking, but things went well. Had a good first day for this team on the incident. Folks were communicating well and making that shift with leadership and all of the pieces that need to move and happen on a transition day seem to have taken place just as we would like them to. So all of that to say that the firefighting effort kept on during that, and we were able to keep making progress around the incident. So briefly, again, going around the incident, over on this flank of the fire, good monitor, patrol and some mop up happening there. That area has been holding for a number of days, and it's still looking good. Specifically, as we get into the structure protection group and down and around the structures, our folks getting in and getting oriented with what's happening there, where hose lays are at, where pumps are at, gathering more of that data and reconciling what we're observing with information that the other team had, making sure that we see all of the pieces and parts that are out there and know where things are at, and if we need to implement any of those systems, that we're well versed in again where they're at and how they're put together. So that will continue again today with the structure group, just continuing to look around the structures and be familiar with the road systems and all of the other systems in place. Additionally, just spreading out a bit farther for our folks that are just coming in to get more familiarization with the larger area. So that will take up a fair amount of their time today doing that area familiarization. As we come across the top of the fire, again, patrol, mop, and hold up here where we've got black line on the fire, and that's all going well. There was some additional firing where we were trying to deepen the lines here, get a little more depth on the perimeter. So there was some aerial ignition, so just a few small strips, small bites to add depth to the perimeter black there to make those lines more secure. Understand there's been some questions about what's this appendage that's growing out here. That is deliberate tactical firing on our part, on the team's part. That's picked up again from the previous team and the efforts they were doing. And that's all in a way to fight fire where it makes sense for us and where we have the best opportunity to control things. As this flank of the fire were to progress, this is our best opportunity to keep it where it's at, as opposed to trying to be down in this country and do something more direct. We need to be out and have enough time and space ahead of the fire to be prepared when it does want to make a run in that direction if those conditions were to align. So that's why you see that. It is intentional, and it is in an effort to be prepared and be ahead of the fire. So we'll continue to add depth to this as we go, and we'll continue to as we come along behind here, start to mop and secure that line even more as we go forward. Around the rest of the fire, there was some aviation assets, helicopters, bucket work used yesterday in checking and holding, cooling some of that fire in some places where we didn't want it to get alignment down in the bottom of a drainage and be able to make a run at our lines that we're still working to implement, and some of the infrastructure and improvements that we have out there. So that was another part of that mission yesterday. That will continue today. Again, it's targets of opportunity. It's where we see alignment starting to happen. We've got clean air. We can fly and take some of the heat out of that, prevent that, and just check and hold until we are in a place to either do more of our own burnout or we have the lines more secure and ready to accept the natural progression of fire. So that's pretty much the work all the way around the fire yesterday, and it will be a repeat today. Not a lot of change in that plan going into today. We'll just continue to look for those opportunities. One of the things we will notice is that coming into a holiday weekend, increased traffic. So we've briefed our firefighters to be aware of the community even more through this holiday weekend, and expect more traffic, more folks walking, more folks biking, all of those things. and be our folks to be extra cautious when moving in and around through the community. So we appreciate your support on that as well, and understand that a lot of the folks that are driving these fire apparatus are not familiar with your neighborhoods, your streets, your roads, and so ask that you give them some space and let us do our jobs, and we'll do the same and be as careful as we can as we're intermixing with the public. So that's where we're at for today. Appreciate again your patience, appreciate your interest and questions that are coming forward. So have a good day.